Good morning, everyone. It is Brenda Quintana, and I am live from my Beehive studio. I'm sorry I didn't even get an announcement out that I was going to be doing this live. This is my normal time, though. I just didn't have time to announce it this week. My son is graduating from high school, and it's kind of exciting. We only have one kid, one child, and so it's a big event for us. We're only going to be going through this once with our kids, so it's very exciting for us. And I have house guests right now. Nicholas's grandparents are here from Canada, and we have more guests coming in later today, so I'm all frazzled and crazy, but it's a good crazy. And I thought, let me ground myself a little bit today and do my normal Facebook Live. I also wanted to tell you that it's the start of the new annual catalog today, and I was just on the online store, and it looks like everything is kind of already loaded up. I was able to put things in the cart in the store. Now there was one thing I couldn't find, but the new ink pads were up and everything. Officially, we weren't supposed to be able to start the new catalog ordering until the afternoon. So I'm not 100% sure if orders will work right now, but for sure by the afternoon. So if you're in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, they said that they would for sure have the store up by 2 p.m. Eastern. So if for some reason something's wonky, try back this afternoon. But right now it looks like you can actually place an order with new catalog stuff. So I don't know if they're going to pull the plug on that or not, but I'm just saying I'm kind of excited because right after I get off here, I'm going to go in and place my order. We were allowed to order as demonstrators. We were allowed to order some things from the new catalog, but not all things. And there were some really cool things that I couldn't order yet that I wanted to order. And so today will be the first day I can order from the whole catalog as well. So I can't wait to show you some of the things coming up with the new catalog, and I'll be doing that over the next few weeks. After this Friday, things will calm down a little bit for me. Our house guests will be gone and the graduation will be over. And I will be able to get back to doing things more regularly. But today is Casing Tuesday, so let's talk about that. And if you're new to Casing Tuesday, this is where we take a card out of the catalog and we give it a makeover. And there's a group of us that do this, and we have a Facebook group where we share our cards. But the cool thing is that you can also play along with us. You can look at the card that we've given a makeover to, and you can do a makeover as well, and you can share it on our group. And it's kind of fun because we comment on each other's cards, and you can see the wide range of styles that we work with. So I was on there today posting my card this morning, and I don't think anyone used the same stamp set for the makeover card. So you can see how that original card turned into already 5 different cards, and later on by the end of the day more people will have posted. So it's kind of a nice little community out there, and for a stamper like myself who's been around for a while, it gets us out of our comfort zone. For a new person, it's a great starting point. We give you a sketch and you can follow along using the sketch so you know the dimensions of how to cut your cardstock, and then you just fill it in with whatever stamp sets you want. Okay, I am looking to see, I've got a few people on here already. I have talked enough, and I'm going to show you the card that I made today. And if you have any questions along the way, if I do something and you're like, how did she do that? She didn't explain that. Just let me know. If you have any other stamping related questions while I'm doing it, just give me a shout out and I will try and get to that. So I'm going to turn around my camera right now. We have a sunny day, and I'm glad for that because I'm hoping that graduation day tomorrow will be a good sunny day too. I hope so, because graduation actually takes place outdoors, and yeah, it would really suck if we had a rain shower during that time, right? Okay, here is the card that we are giving a makeover to. It's this one right here. Look at the stamp set. This is a cool, actually, it would be great for Father's Day. It's called A Good Man, and it has these beautiful line drawn images. And these images, I think, are fairly easy to color because you don't have to do, there's no faces, and there's a lot of detail already on there, so you don't necessarily need to do any shading. You just need to pop in the colors of that you like. So I love this stamp set. And here's the card that we're making over. It has a nice big focal point and kind of a nice little greeting layer. This is a good sketch or a good sample for a beginner to copy. It's fairly straightforward. So there will be a sketch on our Facebook group on how to do that. Okay, so how I did my card was because I'm kind of a fun person, I hope, and I love punny greetings. I'm using the Over the Moon stamp set, and this is a new stamp set from the catalog as well, and it's got these cute little cows. Aren't they cute? They're just adorable. Greetings like "Cows it going" and "Dream big" and "Over the moon for you." That's like, I think that's so funny and hilarious. I love to stamp fun cards like that. So that is what my card is, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So let's get my layers together. So I use the rectangle stitch framelits, and right now we don't have a die cutting machine in the catalog, but we do sell dies. We've been using the Big Shot now for years, so if you don't have a machine already, the Big Shot's a good standard machine, but you can use whatever die cutting machine you like. And I used this one right here to cut with my Big Shot. I just ran this through and cut a square like that. And then I also ran it through with this skinny little guy like that. So let me grab my ink pad. And I will apologize. I'm usually a little bit more organized, but today I am not organized. I kind of had to like get everyone up this morning, and I was helping everyone with breakfast, and we had 2 breakfast sessions because we had house guests, and it was just a little bit different than normal, and it takes a little longer. And then I cleaned up the kitchen, and you know how it is when you're taking care of guests. Everything takes twice as long. Okay, so I've popped these on some blocks, and let's stamp this cow first. I'm using my Memento Tuxedo black ink pad, just tapping it on there. And I want to stamp this probably about like half an inch from the bottom. Oh crap. Crap's not a bad word, is it? Oh, good, thank goodness. I dropped that stamp on there and I thought I would have a shadow, but I didn't make a shadow. So sometimes when you like drop an ink pad, you will make an icky mistake. So if the back side doesn't look too bad with the stitching, you can flip it over to the back side and try again. Or you might need to stamp again. Sometimes when I drop a stamp, like there's really no way to recover from that kind of, but it didn't turn out too badly. Well, I am like all butterfingers today. I'm like dropping things. Okay, so then this one, the Cows It Going stamp, I'm going to stamp it, this side looks nicer. I'm going to stamp it towards the left side a little bit. Okay, and now I have this big tail right here, and I want to kind of like shorten it a little bit. So I'm going to bring my Big Shot in because that's the die cutting machine I still have and own. And I've got my magnetic platform, a cutting plate. I've got my little guy right there the thing I want to cut out. And I'm going to take the skinny piece again. That's the die I originally used to cut out this piece of Whisper White. And I am just going to lay it at the end of this piece. Wiggle it down a little bit. Okay, that looks good. So I just want to show you what I'm doing. I am truncating this longer greeting because I just want a little short greeting. I don't want that extra piece to stick out. Make it just a bit longer. Okay, so now I'm going to run this through. I'm making a custom size rectangle stitch framelits. Okay, let me grab that off. And you can see how I've just shortened it up. And so it took about that much off of the greeting. But to me, that's the way I wanted it to look for this one. So let me take this out of the way and bring my cow back in. I love, love, love Stampin' Blends. I don't know, I'm addicted to them. I do almost all my coloring now with Stampin' Blends because it's so easy. So I'm going to take my basic black light and I'm just going to color in all the patches of the cow. So I like to use the light because it's just a little lighter than the black. It doesn't quite obliterate the lines quite as much. I'm also going to color in the little hooves. You don't necessarily need to do that, but I did it on my original sample, so I'm just going to kind of follow along. I'm also going to do his little mop of hair up top here, like that. Okay, let's do his snout, and I'm going to use Petal Pink Light for that. I'm going to avoid the nostrils. Just hit the whole entire snout area. And then I'm going to just do the lower part of the ears just a little bit. Okay. And then let's do, this is the Pineapple Punch Dark. And I'm going to just hit his little boots because I find yellow rain boots irresistible. I think they are so cute. Yellow rain boots, yellow rain jacket, love. Then I'll also continue that theme with the flower, bring a little bit of the same color back in. Just do all the little petals. And for the center, I'm going to try and make it look a bit like a sunflower. So I'm going to use the soft suede light and just color in the center of the flower. Then we have a couple of leaves here, and I'm going to use my old olive light for that, and just the bullet tip, just come in real quick and hit those. And that's all the coloring I'm going to do. So I've just hit a few spots on the cow like that. Okay, so I need a card base. This one, I like to do tent folds a little bit too much. Maybe I need to switch it up, but that's what I like to do. 11 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and then score it in half at the 5.5 inch mark. And this is kind of springy right now, so I'm just going to take my bone folder and just press it down so it's not quite so wild. And earlier, I embossed this piece of Balmy Blue with the Swirls and Curls embossing folder. I ran it through my Big Shot. This piece is 4 inches by 5 inches. And I'm just going to take a little bit of Tombow and add it to the back. Yeah, okay. I had to decide if that was the right side that I wanted to showcase. It was. But it would have been too late by that point because I had already put glue on there. But I just add some glue. And I'm going to not center this. This is going to be towards the right side. I'm centering it from top to bottom. And it's flush with the right side. So basically on the top, bottom, and side, there's equal white space, but it is flush against the right side. Okay, now we're going to take this little greeting. See how this bled through? It likes to bleed right through. But that's okay, no one's going to see the back side of this. So this one's about 1/2 inch from the right and centered from top to bottom. Stick that down. And then I'm going to take the How's It Going and grab some dimensionals. And I think if I kind of center them a bit, 2 will be adequate. And I'll just peel off these backings. This just allows me to pop up the greeting just a little bit. And I'll just add this to the side, maybe about here. Okay, so the last thing I want to do, I need to grab out of my drawer some pineapple punch ribbon, and all I do is I just tie it into a little knot. Grab scissors. I think I need a 3rd hand today. That is what I need because I'm not doing too well with 2 hands. Okay, that's too much of an angle. So I'm making like a little itty bitty bow. Not really a bow, like just a knotted piece of ribbon. But I'm doing that because I just want it small and tiny. And I'll get a mini glue dot and I'll just stick the knot on the mini glue dot. And then I'm going to stick that right on the corner to tie in the yellow. So here my cow is the focal point, and then you've got the little greeting and it ties back in for some like good flow. I always like to kind of look at the flow of my card. You know, the cow is my focal point and this is the secondary, and then this is the embellishment, and it all has a nice little flow to it. When you create a card like that, it like your eye is happy because you can see that it's got flow. Took me years and years and years to figure that out, but now I know. And so there is the card. I think it's really, really cute. And it's not terribly hard, right? I did a couple of things off camera, but it's not hard to run through these 2 dies and the embossing folder, and the coloring didn't really take very long. And just kind of the blue contrasting with the yellow is just kind of cool. So while I'm here and I have the new catalog in hand, and I am allowed to show you the new catalog because today is catalog day, there are a few things that are just so cool that are on my order today once I place it. Let me find it. Okay, this is the one thing that I think is so cool is this little truck. Isn't that cute? A little truck box. I think some people are going to do some cool things with that, turn it into different types of trucks. I think it's really cool. It has, let me see if I can find the right page that it's on. It has, where are you? There it is. It's called Truck Ride, and it has the Ride With Me stamp set coordinates. Let's go to page 55. And if you still need a catalog, just let me know. I can send one to you. So this is the stamp set that coordinates with it. So you can either use it as a flat piece, or you can create a box with it. So here we've got some more samples with the card and the die right there, which is so cute. So I will be definitely getting that today. I would need to flip through the catalog. That one just sticks out. Oh, I know the other one that I'm very intrigued by, seeing as I have to look it up. As you can tell, today I am just not very organized. I'm just like, all scattered. All right. I have to say that I love this cuckoo clock. It is actually a movable card. So there's a die that matches with it. So on this card, you would pull down on this little tab here, and this little door up at the top opens up and reveals an image behind it, if whatever image you've stamped. And I thought that is just so cool. I have to say, when I was a little girl, like, I want to say maybe like 4 years old, I was like a really young girl. And my grandfather, my grandparents are from Germany, so we didn't see them too much. I grew up in Canada. I was born and raised in Canada. But they came for a visit. Actually, it was, I think, his only visit ever to Canada to see us. And he brought us a cuckoo clock from Germany. And we still have the cuckoo clock. My parents sold their house last year and moved, and my sister got to keep the cuckoo clock. And I don't begrudge her that. I'm very happy that she took it, because very sentimental, and I know she'll take good care of it. But that cuckoo clock was in our bedroom for many, many years, until I moved out into my own room. My sister and I used to share a room. So anyway, I've got a lot of sentimental attachment to the cuckoo clock. So I will be getting this bundle today. And I can't wait to see what fun things I make with it. But it's just fun. And this one, they did it kind of in a Christmas theme. So you could do it as a Christmas theme. You could do it as a birthday card. So I'm looking forward to that. But those are the couple of things that I was just like, I'm so excited about. We've already got some things that we were pre-ordering, and I love the Over the Moon stamp set. It matches really nicely with our little piggy stamp set. So this one would look nice in a combination if you did a set of cards. So he's so cute. Just love him. All right, I'm going to scroll through and see if there's any comments or questions I need to address. Okay. Thank you for the congratulations for our son. It's like an exciting year. Things are going to be really different in fall. And I have 3 more months. It's just 3 months and he's off at college. And let me turn this around real quick. Okay, I'm turning. Let me get this in the right spot. Let me get myself seated. Okay, whenever I do a card and my hair, I'm looking down, right? So my hair afterwards looks kind of weird because I've been hanging over my project. So let me straighten that out a little bit. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, 3 months left and Nicholas goes off to college. So starting in September, I will probably be a little bit more organized because I am not going to have this free radical in my daily life, changing things up for me. And I've loved every minute that I've had with Nicholas. It's going to be different. It's going to be really different. And I chose, instead of building a career, I chose to be at home with our son. Luckily, fortunately, we were able to do that. And then, when he was in the latter part of middle school, I was able to work my Stampin' Up! Business and have that be my full-time job. So I feel very fortunate to have had all of this time, but that also means I've been very wrapped up in his life. And so it will be boom, gone, and he'll be not needing me quite as much. So it will be definitely a little bit of an adjustment. But right now it's very intense. There's a lot of activity, guests, and we're going to be traveling a little bit this summer, and I'll be helping him get ready all the things that he needs for college. That will be a fun adventure in and of itself. So we will have a lot of fun this summer. But in the meantime, next week I will have a little bit of time to really look at more samples and get some more samples of the new catalog. And I'll have my new catalog order here, so that will be really exciting. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will be back on Tuesday with a new Facebook Live and some new samples next week. I probably won't get too much done on my blog this week, and I apologize for that. But it's just that time of year, and with the graduation and the house guests, it just was crazy. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, and please do join our Facebook group, and it's the link is in the description of the video. You can join, and then you can be a part of our group, and you can post your own photos of your cards that you've cased with us, and that would be fun. If you need information on the card I stamped today, I have a link to the blog post with a supply list, and if you need a catalog, just click on the contact me in the description below, and I will hook you up with a catalog. Okay guys, I hope you have a great week, and next week I will tell you all about graduation. Okay, bye-bye.